Now, Clodagh McKenna today, this is called a rock bun, for obvious reasons. It's quite
Do you say rock
hard.
cake or rock bun?
I say rock bun. What's the obvious reason?
They're supposed to
hard.
be hard.
Oh, yeah, no, crunchy.
You wouldn't want one thrown at you, would you?
You wouldn't want to, but I always thought growing up that they looked like rock buns. So I wonder how many people out there know the rock bun, made in home economics, made it growing up. I put it on my Instagram yesterday and I was like, because I thought they only made them in Ireland.
No.
Growing up. And all hundreds of people like, oh, rock buns. And then so many people were saying to me, oh, well, if you're making them for Eamonn, he doesn't like cinnamon, so you're going to have to change the
he doesn't
recipe.
like it, but-
I mean, the world knows you don't like cinnamon.
What she's done two versions for me. This is a mandarin orange flavour, and it really is delicious. Hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
Can we reword the hard and say crumbly?
Crumbly,
Crunchy.
okay.
Crunchy.
Crunchy.
And then this one is full of raisins as well. So there are variations of a theme.
There are. So they're so simple to make. I used to make them as a kid. Every Saturday morning, my mum was watching, and my sister Marie. Hi.
Oh, your mum is watching?
She is from Ireland.
What's your mum's name?
Yeah, Irene.
Hello, Irene.
Hi.
Hi, Irene.
And we used to make them all together on a Saturday morning. So I love this. So basically what you do is you get your butter and you get your all-purpose or plain flour, and then you just crumble it all together like it's like breadcrumbs. If you don't have the patience to do that, or if you don't have child labour to do that, in the best possible way, just pop them into a food processor, blitz it up, and it comes out like this. And then the next thing then you want to add in is 1 teaspoon of baking soda into it.
Can I just ask, when you're doing that crumbly thing, are your hands supposed to be cold? Don't they say, put your hands in cold water first?
That's a really good tip.
Is it cold or warm? I always go...
Cold.
Cold.
Cold, yeah, they should be cold, yeah. I mean, they don't have to be that cold because it's not shortcake, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But, yeah, as long as they're crumbly, baking soda in there for the raising agent. Next, I'm putting in brown sugar, and we're going to crumble some brown sugar on top as well. And then I'm putting in raisins, but you could have... We've got a whole selection, which is really fun. We've got, like, cranberries, we've got dates, we've got these candied mandarin orange that your husband is enjoying tonight.
Really lovely.
They're yummy, aren't they? And you've got sultanas. So I think, like, at this time of the year, like, you know, in your cupboard, you've got so many dried fruits left over from Christmas because you were like, I was going to do a plum pudding, but then I bought one. Right? So just use up all of your dried fruits in there. And then I've got some lovely cinnamon. I've got nutmeg. You're not a fan of cinnamon, so I'm just going to say that if you're not a fan of cinnamon, you don't have to put the cinnamon in. You could put just nutmeg in there too, but you don't like nutmeg either.
Lovely.
It's
That
orange,
lemony
darling.
orangey. Is it lemony orange? Orange.
Yeah, yeah. You could put like orange blossom in here. You could put vanilla. You've got vanilla in your one, so you could put a little bit of vanilla essence in here, or you could just have them plain if you want to. Or if you could put orange zest. If you've got some orange zest, you could pop them into it like that, and also put in some orange juice. Or you could put in the cinnamon, whatever you like. And then what you do then is just mix all of the lovely dried ingredients together like this. Oh my God, I just love this feeling. There's something like so de-stressing about it, isn't it? And aren't the kids home this week? What's that
What's that
called?
they've
The
been
midterm?
Home, they've been home for weeks homeschooling, but they're actually off.
They've been home for years.
Yes.
No, but it's like not lockdown.
They're half term.
Half term this week.
So they're at home, but not having to be at school.
Exactly. So this is quite a fun thing to do with kids during lockdown, I know, or like any time actually. Lockdown, half term, whatever it is.
And you said you made these with your sister and your mum.
I used to make them with my sister and my mom every Saturday morning. And it was like in Ireland in the 80s. And I feel like that was just like such a big part of growing up, is making the rock buns. And I remember the smell around the house was like a siren of like warmth. Yeah. And so I look at this as like being one of my comfort foods. Like the Irish stew I made a few weeks ago on the show, like that is like my hug. Yeah. And this is like my little cuddle. Yeah. You know, it's like a real...
The smell of baking around the home is just
so
lovely,
good.
isn't it?
And so then I've got 1 egg and 1 milk. And I know you were saying earlier, Eamonn, that this was...
After World War II, rationing.
Yeah.
Eggs were very, very scarce unless you lived on a farm. But basically the idea of rock bun was the best use of few ingredients, really.
Yeah, because there's less sugar in it, right? And only 1 egg in it. So it's like the perfect lockdown bun, all in all. It gives you a little cuddle. It's great to make because they're so easy, and you only need to use 1 egg. Anyhow, look, so the mixture comes together like this. It's not too wet, and it's not too runny, and it's not too sticky, and I love doing it.
It's just right.
It's just right? And I love doing it with a little ice cream scoop because I know, it just makes me feel like I'm in America or something. You can imagine an American cook on TV going, I just get my ice cream scoop, it's so super simple, and I pop it onto my baking tray, and it's just like that. Anyway, so the whole thing about the rock buns, is that they can be messy looking, so you don't have to worry about having this perfectly formed kind of scone going out there. It's all about, like, getting your fingers in there,
and you can decide on the size, I suppose. If you like a massive rock bun or a dainty rock bun.
We used to make massive ones when I was growing up. And
that becomes more like a cow pat bun. Wasn't it, really?
A cow pat bun.
A cow pat bun. Yeah, and then you pop it all in here, and then you can sprinkle it with a little bit of sugar if you want to at the top of it like that. So you can sprinkle over a little bit of sugar, and then you can put some more spice on it if you wanted to. I love eating these warm, so I'm going to pop to the oven. Pop them in the oven and take out the ones that are done. And I would suggest that if you are baking them this afternoon, and of course you will be.
Yes, of course you will be.
Have them warm with melted butter.
Yeah.
And just let them, like, let me just show you this. Like, these are just so good. They're like halfway between, they're kind of hot, right? They're halfway between a cookie and a scone.
Warm.
Oh my God, I just love them so much. And then a little
I'm doing butter on mine.
Gok is laughing. I promise I'm going to save you a whole batch of them.
I am literally salivating. It's not. I'm sat here on like a stool, and you're like all tucking into the cakes. It's so.
I know. I should have sent. I was feeling bad because you're so engrossed in them.
I love it. I could listen to Clodagh forever.
I know.
And they are literally one of my favourite things. Go on.
Oh, hey.
Right, going in. Am I allowed to? Am I allowed to? Yeah, am I allowed to? Oh, awful.
It's not good.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. You need butter in it, though.
I want it hot with butter, though.
I know.
As soon as you said that, it was like, oh my God, yeah.
I know.
You'll have to come over and get a hot one later.
Oh.
Well, very nice. Forgive us
Lovely.
for all sitting indulging. I find it highly amusing. I just, in my life, can't imagine anyone saying, please give me a cinnamon bun. But, however, there were the raisins, the orange, everything's lovely. I mean, I think cinnamon's a chef thing. Chefs put cinnamon in things.
No,
Real
it's
people
not.
don't like cinnamon.
No, it's not.
Cinnamon knows only a Chris. Who loves cinnamon? Do you love
Cinnamon, and it reminds me of Christmas and it's warm. And I like cinnamon.
In Morocco, they use it in so many different types of cooking, like in couscous and everything. My mother used to put it in baking. And
Well, listen, Clodagh, it's absolutely lovely. Recipes all on the This Morning app. Thank you very much.